Deciphering Penalties, Smuggling and Customs Fraud in Imports, where we explore various aspects of customs brokerage and international trade. In today's video, we will take a deep dive into the penalties imposed for smuggling or customs fraud in imports. It is crucial for importers and customs brokers to understand these penalties to ensure compliance and avoid legal consequences. Defining smuggling and customs fraud. Smuggling involves the illegal importation or exportation of goods, bypassing customs regulations. On the other hand, customs fraud refers to deceptive practices aimed at manipulating customs procedures to gain an illicit advantage. Administrative penalties. Importers involved in smuggling or customs fraud can face administrative penalties. These penalties may include fines, penalties, revocation of customs licenses, or other regulatory actions. The severity of the penalties depends on the nature and extent of the violation. Civil penalties. Customs authorities may impose civil penalties to recover lost revenue, enforce compliance with customs laws, and deter future violations. These penalties are often monetary in nature and can be substantial. They serve as a means to discourage fraudulent activities in international trade. Criminal penalties. In addition to administrative and civil penalties, smuggling or customs fraud can lead to criminal charges. Individuals convicted of these offenses may face imprisonment, significant fines, or both. Criminal penalties serve as a strong deterrent to illegal activities. False statements or material omissions. Making false statements or material omissions on import-related documents is a serious offense. It can result in penalties being imposed on importers. Thus, importers must provide accurate and complete information to customs authorities to avoid legal consequences. Seizure and forfeiture. Customs authorities have the power to seize and forfeit smuggled goods, vehicles, and even monetary instruments associated with illicit activities. This is done to deter smuggling and ensure compliance with customs regulations. Enhanced enforcement measures. Customs administrations have implemented enhanced enforcement measures to combat smuggling and customs fraud. These measures include increased inspections, audits, and the use of advanced technologies such as cargo scanning systems. Trusted trader programs. To facilitate legitimate trade, customs administrations have introduced trusted trader programs. By becoming a certified participant in these programs, importers can enjoy streamlined clearance procedures, reduced scrutiny, and increased efficiency in their import operations. Mitigating risks. To avoid penalties for smuggling or customs fraud, importers should work closely with experienced and reputable customs brokers. They should maintain accurate records, ensure compliance with regulations, and stay up to date on changes in import laws. Diligence and good practices can help mitigate the risks associated with non-compliance. Importance of customs bonds. Customs bonds provide financial security to customs authorities, ensuring compliance with customs regulations. They serve as a form of guarantee that importers will fulfill their obligations, including the payment of duties, taxes, and penalties. Types of customs bonds. There are two main types of customs bonds: single-entry bonds and continuous bonds. Single-entry bonds are for one-time imports, while continuous bonds cover multiple shipments over a specified period. The appropriate type of bond should be obtained based on the importer's needs and frequency of imports. Bond amounts. The amount of a customs bond is determined by factors such as the type of goods, their value, and the importer's compliance history. It is essential to obtain an adequate bond amount to cover potential liabilities and ensure a smooth import process. Duties of customs brokers. Customs brokers play a vital role in ensuring compliance with customs regulations. They assist importers in navigating complex customs procedures, preparing accurate documentation, and facilitating the efficient clearance of goods. Customs brokers and customs bonds. Customs brokers have in-depth knowledge of customs bond requirements and can guide importers in obtaining the appropriate bond type and amount. They help importers stay compliant with customs regulations and avoid penalties related to bond non-compliance. Understanding importer security filing (ISF). The Importer Security Filing (ISF) requires importers to submit specific cargo information before the goods are loaded onto a vessel bound for the United States. Compliance with ISF requirements is crucial to avoid penalties and ensure smooth import operations. ISF penalties. Importers who fail to comply with ISF requirements may face penalties imposed by customs authorities. These penalties can include fines, shipment holds, or even the denial of entry for non-compliant shipments. Role of customs brokers in ISF compliance. Customs brokers help importers meet ISF requirements by ensuring accurate and timely submission of the required information. They play a critical role in preventing costly penalties and delays associated with non-compliance. Importance of record keeping. Maintaining accurate records is vital for importers to demonstrate compliance with customs regulations. Good record-keeping practices enable importers to provide necessary information promptly and avoid penalties resulting from insufficient documentation. Continuous education and staying updated. To mitigate the risks of smuggling or customs fraud, importers and customs brokers should stay informed about changes in import laws, regulations, and enforcement practices. Continuous education and staying updated on relevant topics are crucial to remain compliant. We explored the penalties imposed for smuggling or customs fraud in imports. We discussed administrative, civil, and criminal penalties, the importance of customs bonds, the role of customs brokers, and the significance of compliance with the Importer Security Filing (ISF) requirements. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about future videos on customs brokerage and international trade.